Hey everybody, welcome to Let's Look at Fell Seal, Arbiter's Mark. It's a game I've never played before. I've heard it's like a very classic RPG feeling game. So I just figured we'll do a little bit of a half-hour look at a brand new player, don't know anything about it, just taking a look at this 6-hour studio game to see what we think, kind of a first impressions review. So, as you know, our first impressions series here, we just like to take a look at a game, give you an idea of what it'd feel like if you sat down, purchased it out of the box, looked at it, and took a hour playing the game. That way you don't have to before you decide if it's something you think you're interested in checking out. That way you don't have to spend the money before you know what you got. So let's take a look. We're going to do a new game. I kind of like letting everything stay the way it is. I do like to just scroll through the options though to make sure there's nothing that's going to give me like a quality of life thing that I know would be kind of a pet peeve for me. I don't see anything here. It does say beginner. It's recommended mode for new to tactical RPGs. Or I haven't played one in a while. I suck at games, as you all know, so we'll just go ahead and go with that.
In the dark days of centuries past, an otherworldly beast known as the Mar appeared in Tiora, leaving ruin in its wake. In this time of need, 7 great heroes rose against the threat. The battle was fierce, but the heroes prevailed, and the beast was vanquished. In slaying the beast, the heroes gained the power of immortality. They formed the Council of Immortals to rule over the land
and the Iron Throne
to prevent such a catastrophe from ever happening again. But powerful as the Immortals may be, they are few. Thus, they created the Order of Arbiters to enforce their will and protect the land. As agents of the Immortals, Arbiters wield absolute authority. They are judge, jury, and executioner. But in time, the Order of Arbiters has grown complacent and corrupted. Could a threat as dire as the ancient beast itself be looming over Tiora?
So there was a beast that killed the beast. Now the people who killed the beast seem like they might be going bad and the beast might be coming back. That's my understanding. The art style is already interesting. It's kind of like an old, like, 80s, early 90s cartoon, it feels like. Good work, Anadine. You handled yourself well. Thanks, Captain. I don't feel like I actually did that much, though. Violent confrontation isn't always necessary or desirable. Negotiation is an equally important skill for an Arbiter. Of course you're right, Captain. Nothing like a game where the exposition is just to tell you exactly what's happening. Are you sure Reiner knew that the time we agreed to meet, Captain? He's late as hell. Excuse me. Yes, he knows, but knowing Reiner, he's probably... Did you hear that? I didn't. I'm deaf. Help, please, anyone. It sounds like it came from the alley just ahead. Let's go. Oh. Whoa. Did he get him, or was that a threat? It didn't look like it actually hit him. What's the meaning of this, sir? Why on earth would you strike down an unarmed man? Explain yourself. Pesky witnesses. What a bother. I don't know why I just suddenly got the, influence to give Alphonse a weird accent, but... You, hireling, earn your coin for once and dispatch these interlopers. Whoa. Nice outfit, buddy. Alright, so it looks like we're going to get a little bit of a combat tutorial here in Gelly. The objective is to defeat Alphonse. Deployment. In this phase, you can decide which allies you want to join the battle. You can place the characters on the glowing cyan titles until the unit limit has been reached, shown in the top left corner of the screen. Okay. Sometimes, specific characters will automatically join the battle and cannot be removed. Probably the ones involved in the conflict. In this case, it seems we're only going to have 2. It's a 2v2 battle. At all times, the bottom right of the screen contains a list of buttons you can currently use. When using a mouse, you can also click on those icons to activate them. I guess this is these. Okay. The left mouse button acts as a confirm key, and the right the cancel key. At most times in the game, you can press the help button to enter the help screen, where you can get information about relevant things shown on screen. Lastly, you can disable these tutorials in the options, although it is not recommended to do so for new players. Okay, so Who the hell is this person? Okay. I apparently pulled in this random ally named Lana. Anadine. Tab the ally zone. No, you come back. Oh, now I have a new ally. Whose name is Virgil, but it looks to be a woman. Whatever. This is a bit confusing so far. I think that's it, though. Oh, 3 of 3 units placed. I guess that's it. Battle start. Sure. By lawful decree of the Arbiters, I order you to lay down your weapons and surrender now. You are an Arbiter? This is even more tiresome than I thought. Hireling, exterminate these pests for me and you'll receive a tidy bonus. At once, Lord Alphonse. As you wish. Anadine, it looks as though you're about to face your first real battle. Yeah, I see. I'm ready, Captain. I'm sure you are, but I'll only quickly review the basics just to be safe. I know you've been hired as an Arbiter, but I think you're incompetent, and now I'm going to tell you how to do your job. In Fell Seal, Arbiter's Mark, combat is turn-based. Every unit will get an individual turn where they can move and or take an action in any order. You see the global turn order at the top of the screen. So this kind of is going to have like a Valkyrie profile or Valkyrie profile. What's the game? The war game. But more importantly, like an XCOM or Mario Rabbids kind of feel, it seems. Based on not having done any action whatsoever so far. Every unit will get an individual turn where they can move or take an action. You see the global order top of the turn screen? Yes. Movement. A unit can move up to a maximum amount of tiles every turn, shown by their movement range, which is the little foot icon. So I guess that's here and here. That movement is also restricted by terrain, and units can only reach tiles that are within their vertical movement range. The height of a tile is shown at the top left corner of the screen. A unit can take a single action in a turn. The list of their possible actions will be shown every turn for you to choose from. Actions include everything that isn't your movement, such as attacking, using an ability, opening a chest, etc. So it'll be here. Let's deal with this scum. Okay, so I could move. Am I fighting Alphonse or the Brostein? 80 HP, 88 HP. My goal is to defeat Alphonse. I'm going to go to here, and I'm going to attack. And I'm going to attack Alphonse, and I'm going to confirm with spacebar. And I missed. Nicely done. You're supposed to be the trainer. Attacks from the side deal more damage than from the front, and attacks from the back deal even more damage. Well, that would have been good to know. At the end of your turn, you get to select your character's facing. Try not to show your back to your enemies. Well, I guess I want to directly face them. I'm going to move this anonymous character to be here. Maybe I can do Holy Magic. There's no debuffs on the target, so I'll go back. I don't think I have any items, and I don't think an attack will reach. So I guess I'll end, and I'm going to end facing this direction. We're also going to move. I'm going to move to here so that I'm ready for the next turn. Do I have a Warcraft? Abilities and mercenaries fighter who refers to all manners Warcraft. They know that combat can be a fickle thing, and they're prepared. Okay, so I can't do that here either. And no attacks, so we're also going to end facing this direction. Now they're going to come fuck me up. You got experience just from hitting them. So they do, they walk up and hit you in the side. So I guess that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to move to here. I apparently can't get to the back of that character. I'm going to do an attack. I'm going to confirm that. Just hit him with my cane. No big deal. I guess I'll stay facing. I still can't get behind this character either. I'm going to make it a priority for these two to kill Alphonse, since that's the goal. Problem is, he's positioned himself well in such a way where you obviously can't share a spot with an enemy, so I'm just going to attack him from the front. Why do I get to move again? Ooh, I can get behind this guy now, so I'm going to do that. Oh. Wasn't ready for that. They're ganging up on my ally, and I don't like it. Go ahead. Oh, he's knocked down. So, I do think taking out Fawn's down. Enough, I yield! A wise choice, if a bit late in the coming. I was going to say because he's the goal. And so that's a victory. I guess there are win conditions in this case. Getting him to defeat him or getting him to concede was the victory condition. I get gold, apparently, as well as snakebite oil. We don't know what that does. Total for all participants. I guess there are certain ability points. We don't know what those do yet, but we will learn shortly. Ladies, there you are. Ah, Reiner, late as hell. Would have been nice to have you earlier, bud. What's this? You didn't tell me you were going to a party. At last, weren't we supposed to meet an hour ago? We could have used your help with these thugs. No matter, this gentleman kept us company, and now we will show our gratitude by providing with a nice comfy cell. You can't be serious. Do you not know who I am? I am Lord Alphonse, to be precise. As a nobleman of the realm, I command you to release me. Technically, we haven't captured you yet. But as Kyrie points out here, slaying an unarmed man, attempting to eliminate the witness to your foul crime, and now resisting lawful arrest. There are limits to the privileges of nobility, as you're about to learn. An arbiter and a simpleton, I see. Very well, let us proceed with farce if we must. Bring me to the arbiter's chapter house for my trial. Are you suddenly struck dumb as well as simple? The knight's chill does not agree with me. Make haste and escort me to the chapter house, wench. Oh. I've decided to make a small detour to Illuster. We will personally deliver this nobleman to the chapter house. Clever. I wonder how much sway the little lordling has in Illuster. Very little, I suspect. On it. Now to ensure you are comfortable for the trip. Lock him up. Outrageous! Simply outrageous. Simmer down or I'll pull out a gag next. No one bothers with washing the gags between prisoners, mind you. Ah, that's pretty gross. I think that would be punishment enough, honestly. Putting a rag that's been in someone else's mouth in my mouth. I'm not like a hypochondriac or anything, but I just don't like the idea of that. Very well. What about the other one, Captain? We hit him once with a stick. Just a henchman. We'll drop him off at the local chapter house. That is tough. To be that guy. Nobody cares. No need to cart them both all the way to Illuster. He doesn't even speak up for himself. He's like, yeah, I'm pointless. Ah, we have our Super Mario World map. I guess this is how we navigate the world. Our little pixelated Stardew Valley character walking there. Let's head fill Illuster now. I'm sure our eminent guest is eager to get started on his trial. And we've unlocked the second world. Time to go get Yoshi. The journey may be treacherous. We should stop at the local guild here in Gilai and hire more hands for the road. An extra recruit would go a long way. So it's not a fully open world game. But there are different places. I wonder if each of them work as like levels where you have win conditions or things to explore. That's my guess based on the way this map is laid out. It also feels like the Smash Brothers World of Light layout. So it said I could go to Gilly to buy people. Oh, okay, so you can click on it just to shop. Look at this guy. Welcome to my store. Only the finest. Peruse at your leisure. His name is Merchant. What did it say I was supposed to buy? I would like to buy one of whatever that hammer is. And I didn't compare it to anything I'm holding. I don't see how to. Alright, I'm leaving. I don't want to spend too much time in menus like that. I do want to go to the crossroads, just because the idea for me right now is to give you guys an idea of what the game's format is and whether or not it's something you might be interested in. So, this hand-drawn art style of the maps is pretty cool. Kyrie. Yeah, I noticed. There's a fucking broken wagon. I like the butterflies. I like the little touch of this old school cartoon, kind of like 3 frames a second motion. So far, I've had no free movement outside of battle. It's kind of like moving from one thing to the next, but I'm curious to see how that structure continues as we play for the next, 5 to 10 minutes. What's happening, Captain? Stand back, Anadine. Ah, an ambush of all these, like, red alert looking characters and an evil hyena. Spotted. Ah, well, you arbiters are every bit as sharp as they say. Does she have eyeballs? Mary. I don't know. She's definitely missing one. But much friendlier. Well met, friend. Ugh. If you have business with us, out with it. Otherwise, step aside. Of course. I will make it quick for you. Hand over the noblemen traipsing along at your heels, and everyone else can be on their merry way, safe and sound. Ah, they want Alphonse. What a splendid idea. Alphonse looks so smug. Quiet. Safety and soundness first. Exactly my own philosophy. But first, tell me, what is it you want with our bejeweled guest? That is a good word for him, although I didn't see jewels. Funny you should ask. For what I've been hearing lately, I bet you arbiters wouldn't mind a taste of this action ourselves, huh? What action? Alright, here it is. This rich fop will pay us handsomely for his freedom. Hand him over, and 20% of the fee is yours to divide amongst yourselves. No need to ever know an arbiter was involved in our little transaction. I get what I want. You get paid, and your reputation remains as spotless as illustrious peaks. Win-win-win. Is there a 4th win I'm missing? Well, what do you say? Do we have a deal? Alright, so I have a decision to make. Maybe. I don't know, Kyrie. Only 20%? They did say negotiation was a part of the game. I'm curious to see. Captain? Enough. We haven't the time to exchange banter with these fools. As for you lot, attempted bribery, intimidation, interfering with an arbiter's business. Alright, let's see. Serious crimes, the kind that should see every one of you decorating the trees. I guess that means hanging. Also, the music has stopped. I wonder if there's a limit on it or if it will start a new loop, but that's interesting. I didn't think I was going that slowly. But get out of our way and I'll forget I ever saw your faces. Now I'm threatening to hang these people. I imagine a fight's coming. That is my final and only counteroffer. Signal that you accept before I change my mind. Of all the doomy luck, we just had to run in one of the clean arbiter with 100 leagues. Jump lively, boys. It looks like we must earn our prize today. No survivors, no witnesses. So this is the battlefield, the crossroads. So it is, each one's going to be a battle, I guess. Defeat all foes is the win condition for this. I'm going to put this dope-ass wizard man. I get 6 units, huh? Who's my last one? No. Five of 6 units placed. I don't know how to add another unit. Alright. It seems that's the only pool I have. Maybe you earn more as you go. But for now, let's start the battle. Hopefully I'm not at a disadvantage and could have had an extra unit, but... So we'll begin our movement. I'd like to keep it where it's not possible for my back to be exposed. So I'm going to go stand right here facing forward. I do just want to make sure I don't have any... Ooh, wait. Steal GP? Okay, so that's a stealing gold option. Whoa. And I have no attack range I don't know about, so we're going to end. And I'm going to leave myself facing out. That dog gets to go a good distance, as does that. Anadine, why don't I give you a quick refresher on items? I'm in the middle of this battle. Items don't work as they usually do in most games, so you probably shouldn't skip this tutorial. In combat, any character can use items simply by selecting the item's command on their actions list. You will notice that items have a count next to them. That count is the maximum amount that can be used in any single battle and is shared across the whole team. At the start of every battle, item counts are automatically filled to their maximum account for free. So don't hold back on using them as needed, okay? So basically I get, it seems like 2 heals for the whole match. Again, I don't think I can attack, and I don't think I can Warcraft. So we're going to end facing out. And we're just going to move all these folks. I don't really know if I'm employing a proper strategy at this point. Like, I don't know if I want to be in a big bunch like this, but I kind of just feel like I need to be able to reach. My man just got walloped in the face, though. I'll just leave him. Kyrie, mark you that sizable trap door. I think they might have reinforcements waiting below. Well spied. If one of us stands directly upon it, that should keep it sealed against any new enemies. Good to know. Agreed, but we must move quickly if we plan to secure it. They could strike at any moment. Well, I'll put myself in position. I kind of want to see what his trickery does. It deals 0.8 the physical damage, but has a chance of inflicting blind. Counts as regular attack. Fuck it. I want to try something new. And it worked. But now have I prevented myself access to where I need to go? Because she might not get out of the way now. I'm going to go to here and hit the dog. I don't know what thorns means, but eat it. Oh, thorns hurts me. I did not know. Oh, nice sidestep, random lady. I'm going to go try to get this dog out of the way. So they put out thorns as soon as they get hit. I need to begin taking out enemies. Fuck. I'm about to say he's almost dead. Alright, I'm going to have him heal himself. And he's now standing on the door, so hopefully that'll make him okay. No thorns added to... Dang, he's taking a lot of hits. This dog's almost dead, so I'm going to go stand here and hit the shit out of it. He gone. Alright. I'll leave Kyrie facing that direction. I'll step up and do holy magic. Oh, no, that won't hurt. Her attacks are just so weak, though. But we need to do it. Our blind is gone. Who's weakest? This guy's pretty weak. I like... Full strength, pretty much full strength. I'm gonna go here, and I just have to hit her, it seems. Nice. That was a crunchy hit. Well, can I hurt my own person? I want to find out. Yep. But I did damage to 2 enemies at once, so that was probably worth it. Uh-oh. So he's not on the door anymore, and the reinforcements are going to be able to come through. They sustained injury, and injury will drop their stats by 10% until it wears off. Interesting. So losing carries throughout. Allies can be revived in combat using spells and items, although they will receive an injury at the end of the combat regardless. Good to know as well. Special events happen during combat will display. That means the reinforcements are coming. When an event icon comes out of turn order, the event will trigger. So it's this. That's the doors. Holy cow, that was a hard hit. I need to recover her now. First, I want to move her. I'm going to have her drink the potion. And she leveled up somehow. I'll leave her facing that direction. Now we're going to move to attack this one because she's almost dead. We need to eliminate as many threats from the battlefield as we can. I picked the one person who's incapable of killing. Move her to there. We're going to attack there. Oh shit, I probably could have gone around back. Let's do it. I did fire from afar. That knocks him down, at least. That's a lot of pain. She's good. She's gonna need to knock her down. Oh shit, I got her off the door. That was stupid. But I need to kill this one. I don't see the special event anymore until there. So... okay. Got thorned, which kills her. Ah, fuck. I didn't even read what Forceful Strike does, but I know I need to hurt Mary. Live. I need you to be able to do fire. There we go. Let's go. That was a big move from our random combatant. And Mary knows it. She wants him off the door. Ah, shit. I'm going to go to here so that I'm definitely standing on the door and can still attack. I'm going to do another Forceful Strike in the hopes it ends the battle. And I think we got it. More gold and such. And we have an MVP. I like it. They're showing us our spoils. Somehow this is now broken. I imagine that means we can move forward. And this little lizard's hanging out on the wall. This used to be an inn. Quite a prosperous one if I remember right. Burned down in a MurrOtter attack last year. And no arbiters to prevent it. Yeah. You allude to that scoundrel's claim about arbiters taking bribes. Nothing but a desperate attempt to talk their way out of a fight. I don't believe a word of it. And yet here we are, dragging that foppish nobledom around because we can't quite trust the local chapter house. That's a long enough break. We need to keep moving if we're to reach Illuster by nightfall. I'll make sure everyone's ready. And there it is, we're back on the main map. Do you need a breather after that, Anadine? I guess it can't hurt if we're not in a rush. Thanks, Captain. Occasionally, a note on the world map will be marked with a question or an exclamation point, indicating that an optional character event is available. Select the node and choose event from the menu to view it. Note that some events are time sensitive and may disappear as the story progresses. So now it says event. It doesn't tell you what it is. I'm not going to click it though because I think we've taken a half-hour look at the game. You can see that it's sort of a stop-by-stop sort of encounter system on a worldview map. That seems to be the structure of the game as far as we can tell. Still a little bit in the tutorial phase, but obviously I would imagine it will take maybe up to an hour or two of gameplay to maybe get out of that. Maybe more if you're counting sort of later more in-depth tutorials. But it's a good game. I mean, so far I'd say, you know, it's something where, you know, as you progress, I think you could get more and more in-depth about it. I've even found myself having trouble keeping up the commentary because you end up sitting there thinking of all your moves so much, almost like a chess game or something like that, which I think is a very good sign for a game like that. So, you know, when it comes to sort of what I think about the game, oh, and a save option right there on the main menu. I guess you can save at any point from the world map. We didn't notice whether or not that's an option from the you know, within combat or something like that, but also combat doesn't seem to take too long. But Fell Seal seems like the kind of game where you could really get into it if you're kind of into any kind of tactical games, going all the way back to something like Final Fantasy Tactics, all the way forward to something more akin to like an XCOM or, like I said, Mario vs. Rabbids. Obviously not exactly the same, but pretty similar. Turn by turn, different characters, different abilities, different move amounts, different items, different win conditions, things like that. So if that's your kind of game, Fell Seal seems like something definitely worth checking out. The price point, I'm actually not entirely positive about. I'll take a quick look at that while we're looking at it, just so you have an idea of what you're getting into. But I'd say if this game, you know, is something you're interested in, it's worth checking out. I might wait for a sale though. I was just looking as I was finishing the commentary here, but it's a $30 game. I'm not sure it's necessarily worth that full price unless you're really into this kind of game. I'm not fully into a tactical game kind of thing, and I'm not as into the way the sort of world map works. But I've seen comments on Steam that suggest there's as much as 40-50 hours of gameplay. So then again, if that's something you're into, that's definitely getting your money's worth at a $30 price point. But it might be a good idea to add this to your wish list, kind of see if it pops on sale and grab it then. But again, if it's the kind of game you're interested to, and it definitely has a different art style, it's a different kind of game, and it's something I think it's worth checking out. So thanks for stopping by this First Impressions. Hope you enjoyed it, and come on back for the next one. We check out random games all the time, most days of the week. So feel free to come back to MurrOtter and see what we got going on. Thanks for stopping by.